Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the brand new old school dropping today in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. And I'm gonna be honest, this is one of the worst pack drops I've ever seen. That's just my opinion. Besides Shaq, I just think this is such a underwhelming meh drop overall in terms of an overall Friday drop. There are a couple cards here who are interesting, I will say, but overall, for the second week in a row, just a really underwhelming drop. That's 2 weeks in a row of drops that I just think are shockingly bad. A little bit surprising to see this to this point in the year anyway for Friday drops. I mean, I think it really is the wild gems. They just messed up the pacing so much, I think, this year. I think that's been a big part of what's happened so far with the pacing, but it's made a lot of these Friday drops feel just extremely underwhelming. I mean, even I'll explain what I mean as we progress through the video. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Trying to hit 50K, would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. We will start with Shane Battier, who's 6'8" with 6'10" wingspan. He's got good size shooting guard position. He's a good defender, 70 interior, 57 block, though. For a Shane Battier card, you'd expect better than that. That being said, 85 driving, 88 three ball. There's a lot to like there. Question is going to be jump shot with him. Isaiah Roby base, probably not bad. Luke Kennard upper should be solid. This should be a pretty good jumper. He's a little slow, and his defense on the interior here is a little disappointing, but he is 6'8". He does have gold immovable, gold post lockdown, gold pogo stick to go with perimeter badges, and offset shot as well. The lack of speed is a little concerning and makes me think there's not going to be a lot of dribble penetration going on with him, but the 89 agility means he'll compete defensively at 86 three balls fine. I think this card's okay. He's not bad. Both him and Naz Reid are interesting. This is not a bad card, and neither is Naz Reid. Naz Reid was pretty good. 6'9" with a 7'3" wingspan, 79 speed, 80 standing and driving, 83 interior, 86 block, 85 three ball. A lot of people are going to play this card at backup power forward, and I think for good reason. Defensively on the perimeter, 75 agility, 70 perimeter at 79 speed is not extremely elite, and I do think he will be attacked by some fours at times who have mid to high 80s speed. That being said, I do still think he's a pretty solid card. I think defensively he will be competitive enough, and I don't think he's gonna get picked on the perimeter too much for the most part. Defensively on the interior, he should be fine. His jumper should be pretty good, and he should be a good stretch big. Wish he had a few more badges, but overall, I mean, I think you add a movable enforcer, you add off-ball pest, you add maybe on-ball menace, and one other badge could be potentially a lightning launch or an interceptor or a limitless or something like that. You got yourself a really solid budget big. I think this card's gonna be good as well. Definitely a card that's gonna play on a lot of people's teams. It's an amethyst. So 2 good cards here in Naz Reid and Shane Battier. Good start. Jose Calderon, probably not great. That's fine. 6'3" with 6'7" wingspan, but he can't really dunk. 69 interior, no finishing badges, no D badges. 83 speed at PG is not great. This card's not very good, to be totally honest, and that's okay. He doesn't look elite as Sigs even. I mean, D-Book dribble style is not bad, but Giannis escape isn't good. DeMar behind the back's not good. Like, these aren't very good Sigs, and that's okay. This card's not that good. He's not really a defender or a slasher. He doesn't have elite size at PG. He's not extremely athletic or anything. I mean, that's fine. He's not that good. Dejanay Carrington, WNBA player. She's not going to be good. We already know that. A 5'11" shooting guard. I mean, do I need to say anything else? I don't care if she's got half movable enforcer. She can't dunk. She's 5'11". I'm good. Moving on. Tim Duncan, Scotty Barnes, Pete Maravich, and Alyssa Thomas are the diamonds. We'll start with Alyssa Thomas because she's the other WNBA player. Let's see. She is a small forward. How tall is she at small forward? Let's find out. She is 6'2" at small forward, guys. A 6'2", 74 three ball can't dunk small forward. Why? Anyways, we'll move on to the NBA players. Pete Maravich, Scotty Barnes, Tim Duncan. Again, it's so mid for the Diamonds. The names are good, to be fair. Scotty Barnes, good NBA player. Pete Maravich, legend. Tim Duncan, super legend. But the cards themselves aren't that great. 6'11" with 7'3" wingspan for a 79 speed power forward who's 48 three ball. I'm good, especially this year. Again, low three balls, not as good as they've been the last couple of years in terms of being able to hit with relative consistency. You're not going to really be hitting threes with Tim Duncan at all with this, and his lack of shooting ability is going to hold him back, especially not being that athletic. Yes, he's great defensively, but I'm going to be honest with y'all, this card's not that great without the ability to shoot the ball. Scotty Barnes is 6'7" with 7'3" wingspan. The length is nice, but he is not super tall at small forward. His stats and his badges are good. I will give him that. And his defense is legitimately solid too with half on ball minutes. This card is pretty good. He is the best of the 3 diamonds. I'm not sure I would consider him absolutely insane. His jumper's probably not super elite. SIGs don't look great either, but stats are nice and well-rounded. Defense should be pretty good, and he's got, I mean, pretty good length to counteract not elite height. I think this is a pretty good small forward. He's not incredibly insane, but he's definitely a good card. People will run him, and I think he's a good option. P is the best of the diamonds. And then you have Pete Maravich, who is 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan. Problem with Pete is he's got 58 interior, 58 block, 78 steal, 80 perimeter. I guess 86 agility isn't that bad, but super low strength, and really can't dunk either. His batters are okay, but his jumper's also not very good. Christian Wood's jumper is not all that good in this game. Again, this card is just very, very, very mid. Again, so I'm gonna move my face cam. I had it over there because I was playing Triple Threat Park last night. But point being, yeah, again, not that exciting. I don't think this this card's that great either. Pistol Pete, pretty underwhelming. And then you have another 6-foot shooting guard. Sorry, 6'1" shooting guard. Still, she does technically have 70 driving dunk, but again, 6'1" at shooting guard. This is basically Chris Paul at the shooting guard position, pretty much, in terms of what this card looks like on paper to me. Not to mention she has a WNBA release instead of Chris Paul's animations and all normal SIGs, which are not that great. Although the behind the back's not that bad. But yeah, another bad card because 6'1" shooting guard, that's never cutting it. You know what I mean? Obviously. Shaq and Kyrie are the final two cards in the drop. Kyrie's not that good. 6'2" with a 6'4" wingspan, 94 speed, 93 three ball, but a 40 driving dunk, 42 interior, 56 block, 47 strength at 6'2". Those are not good things. He will struggle defensively on the interior at a pretty significant level. On the perimeter, he's not going to be that great either. Even with 92 perimeter, he's not going to be that great at 6'2" with a scrawny player build. Offensively, extremely fun to use. Great shot creating, scoring PG. I do think his defense will really be an issue, but he could be a lot of fun to use offensively. And he's one of those guys where if you're really good at the game offensively, he may be good enough offensively to make up for mediocre defense. But I'm still probably not running him with a 40 driving dunk. You know what I mean? That's if it was an 80 driving dunk or even a 70 driving dunk, maybe. 40, no. Especially with the lack of interior defense. To me, this card, again, way overpriced likely for how good he actually is. He won't really exist on the auction house. And then you have Shaq, who's the only truly great card in this drop. The thing about Shaq is, yes, he's great. He's 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan, but dude, I mean, look, he can't shoot at all. And we knew that's going to be the case with Shaq. It's early game MyTEAM. But with the way the Wild Gems cards are, and I pointed this out yesterday in the old school when they announced this pack drop as well. If you compare this card to Diamond Tyson Chandler, he's the same speed. He's 1 inch taller. He's got a 4 inch longer wingspan. He's got pretty much the same defense, maybe even slightly worse in a couple areas. Finishing wise, it's maybe slightly better, but not hugely. Tyson's got a better post fade, which is the best post move anyway. Tyson's a way better shooter. Tyson's got a way better jumper. I mean, I'm not disagreeing that Shaq is going to be one of the most dominant inside cards in the game with how good fades are as well. He is absolutely viable, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's best big in the game either. I don't know. I think he's like the 3rd or 4th best big in the game, realistically. The card's going to be good, and I think people will run him, but for the price point, I won't buy him personally. I'll tell you that. That being said, it's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.